The purpose of our attendance tonight is to deliver a much-needed and long-overdue PSA. We feel obligated to enlighten everyone about a very serious public health and safety issue that is occurring in our community. In fact, this crisis is happening all over the globe. Furthermore, we understand by publicly disclosing this information, we risk depreciating the value of our home and our property. Referring to the largest one ever recorded in the world, which occurred in London in August of 2017, quote, "It's more than 250 yards long, longer than 2 football fields. It weighs 130 tons, more than 10 average buses, and it's solid as a rock." This from an article in the Washington Post on September 13, 2017, and it took 9 weeks to destroy. What is it? It's a Fatberg, F-A-T-B-U-R-G. It's a congealed lump in a sewer system formed by a combination of items, including disposable wipes, sanitary wipes, diapers, feminine hygiene and incontinence products, along with grease and cooking fat. Why should you care? Because when people dispose of these items in toilets, it creates a nightmare for sewage facilities. On the municipal level, it will translate to higher taxes needed to pay for damage to homes, sewer pipes, and water treatment plants. Many sanitation districts across the country have experienced significant increases in Fatberg blockages. So how did we become so knowledgeable about this? It happened to us, as well as some of our surrounding neighbors. On Saturday, January 6, 2018, we had a raw sewage flood of more than 16 inches in our basement, which resulted in more than $50,000 worth of loss and property damage. Our homeowner's insurance denied our claim because the cause of the flood was located on Chatham Borough property, not on our property. According to our representative, it turns out we were really lucky because we have a superior policy which included 2 riders resulting in a payout of $7,500. While we were thankful for the payment, the $7,500 didn't even come close to the cost of cleanup provided by ServPro, never mind our property loss and restoration costs. So we turned to Chatham Borough for help. Well, let's just say that didn't turn out so well. The borough's insurance company, the Morris County Joint Insurance Fund, denied our claim. The original explanation was that we should have notified Chatham Borough of the impending dangerous condition. And just to be clear, we asked if we should have proactively closed off all of the traffic, climbed down a manhole, and investigated the borough sewer line. We wouldn't have even known what we were looking for. And we wonder if we would have been arrested for trespassing. Even most people at Borough Hall thought that was one of the stupidest reasons they've ever heard. However, we later learned from an inside source that it's standard operating procedure for Morris County just to initially deny all claims, as it's a tactic to sift out false insurance claims. Wow. So we enlisted the help of the mayor's office and council members to see if they may be able to help us appeal the denied claim. We were encouraged when Morris County just contacted us to arrange to set up 2 appointments. One with a senior property adjuster from New Jersey Claims Associates, and the other with members of Chatham Borough municipal staff. For the record, as soon as the flood occurred, we begged Chatham Borough to have staff members come to our home and inspect all the damage, but were repeatedly informed that it was totally unnecessary. We should just document everything with detailed notes and photos. So after the 2 appointments were conducted, and after many more emails and phone calls, Morris County just called us and offered us an immediate payment of $7,500 to, quote, make the situation go away. Like, really? So out because they never communicate by email, always on phone, so nothing's on record. We asked them where they came up with the $7,500 and stated that we didn't realize this was a negotiation. All we want is the total amount to put our home back to the way it was pre-flood. Nothing more, nothing less. Furthermore, their offer to settle represented less than 15% of our total loss. Yet one of our neighbors accepted an offer to settle that was equivalent to 78% of their loss. Like, how does that even happen? Finally, while working with members of the mayor's office and council members, they made it very clear that they have nothing at all to do with the insurance claim decisions. It is fully that of Morris County JIF. Yet I find it very odd that one day on business at Borough Hall on an unrelated matter, I heard phone calls being transferred from people within Borough Hall regarding the prior flood. Couple that with the 2 appointments that Morris County just scheduled at our home after we were told numerous times it was absolutely unnecessary, and perhaps you can understand why we feel like the borough and Morris County JIF are in collusion. Furthermore, after several requests to Morris County JIF, Chatham Borough, and New Jersey Claims Associates, they all refused to share the property damage report that New Jersey Claims Associates prepared. Perhaps it's higher than our estimate. So please, Chatham residents, take heed and protect yourselves. Since Fatbergs are on the rise, do everything you can to protect yourselves and your property. Consider any or all of the following action items. Review your homeowner's insurance policy and get the maximum amount of coverage with riders for such an occurrence. Inform all your friends and families, wherever they may be located, about the dangers of Fatbergs. And finally, please think twice about what you're about to flush down your toilet or pour down the sink. Even those flushable products may cause you or your neighbor to suffer a loss that could have been prevented. In conclusion, John and I strongly appeal to the mayor and all the council members to come up with a plan for the future. Since you have no control over what Morris County JIF can and cannot do, why not come up with a solution you can control? Perhaps you could put forth a referendum to create a SOOL fund, S-O-O-L, shit out of luck, reserved specifically for those households that watch in disbelief as raw sewage floods their home as though it's being sprayed in from a fire hose. If each of the more than 3,000 borough residents contributes $20 annually, that would be more than enough to cover the 1 Fatberg that occurred this year. Alternatively, you could set up a GoFundMe account where residents can contribute at their discretion. And finally, we implore you to implement a public awareness campaign, because if you continue your current course of action, which is to do nothing, then perhaps the borough will be slapped with a giant lawsuit in which the mayor's office and council members are complicit. Or maybe it's already happened. Thank you for your time.